to a Demm report. 2 stories that will disgust you.
Well, we'll start with a little amuse-bouche, if you will. And can you bring back some Ozzy? Your choice, Kelly.
Oh, really?
A little Ozzy backbeat here for this one.
I can get,
This is from our buddy Two Wheel Hardo.
Oh, I can definitely get Ozzy Osbourne back. Let me do that. Okay, I like Crazy Train.
There you go.
Yes.
So, Two Wheel Hardo, Ozzy fan.
Yeah.
He heard the segment about Motley Crue and the line of ants. Mm-hmm. And according to Two Wheel Hardo, he said Motley Crue was trying to outgross Ozzy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happens when these two cats get together, those groups get together.
Right.
So after Ozzy snorted the ants, Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue whipped it out and urinated on a sidewalk. Nikki Sixx leaned down to lick up his own urine, but Ozzy shoved him out of the way and licked it up before Nikki could.
Oh, my God.
Paraphrasing Charlie Daniels, Motley Crue bowed their heads. They knew they'd been beat.
Yeah.
And deemed Ozzy the king.
Is Ozzy Osbourne... What a great email from Two Wheel Hardo. And he knows that we don't know.
He knows.
I don't know this stuff. Is he the most outrageous rock star of all time? When you think, you're talking about Keith Moon, you're talking about John Bonham, you talk about Sid Vicious. I mean, what's the Mount Rushmore of like outrageous things that rock stars have ever done?
You got to put him up
there.
there.
He's up there. I think he's on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just think about what he's done.
Just that story you just told.
Yeah, that's one afternoon.
That's one afternoon with Motley Crue. Now, in your mind, you know a lot about rock music, obviously. What's like the most outrageous story you've ever heard? That isn't there a Led Zeppelin like
the Mud Shark incident?
The Mud Shark is one. But I don't know if that's really true. It is it or is it not?
I who knows? You hear these stories growing up.
Is that girl in the bathtub with the mud shark? Is that what that is?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
That hotel still exists, by the way. It's in Seattle. You can fish out the window.
Yeah. And what is that story? They caught a fish.
Some of the roadies apparently caught a fish.
Yeah.
They call it a mud shark.
Yeah. Okay.
And a groupie was pleasured with the mud shark.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Ozzy Osbourne story is even more rock and roll. Some of these that we've told.
You think people checking in the hotel like, is this the yes? So did that really? Maybe.
Can I get the room where the
Yes.
All right, fine.
It's $100 more a night, but yes.
And of course, Nikki Sixx did die. Remember his heart stopped. Kickstart My Heart.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
He did come back from the dead.
He died and came back. That's where the song "Kickstart My Heart" came from. Yes.
Yeah. And Keith Richards still lives. I mean, I don't know all of the details of his debauches, but they're up there.
A lot of antics out there, but Ozzy, the biting the head off the bat is up there. I mean, it's
one bat, 2 doves.
I mean, that's a lot.
Line of ants, someone else's urine.
The most, and he's responsible for a lot of these stories. You know.
Yeah.
Is there a Keith Moon? I mean, he drove a car into the swimming pool.
Into a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Drank himself to death.
Mm-hmm.
They would just destroy hotels over and over and over again.
Wasn't it? I think it was. Who's the Eagle that's so
Walsh?
Walsh. He went with somebody. I saw this in the Eagles documentary. It's not nearly as outrageous as some, but they wouldn't let him come into a restaurant because he was wearing blue jeans. So he took a magic marker and colored the jeans dark.
Black.
Black, and they went and sat down. So when he got up from the chair, of course, there's black marker all over the chair.
And to Walsh's credit, too, when he would throw TVs from hotel rooms into the swimming pool, he would have extension cords so that the TVs would be on when they hit the water.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, anybody can unplug a TV and toss it.
He thought it out.
To have it on all the way down.
To bring your own extension cord, that's pretty
Walsh
good.
was insane.
Yeah, he was. I mean, you've always said nobody can believe he's still alive.
Right.
He says that on stage. He's like, can you believe I'm still here and playing this music when he's playing with the Eagles? He outlived Glenn Frey.
I know.
Nobody could believe it. I know. But I think Ozzy's got probably 3 or 4 stories up. I mean, the one we heard a few minutes ago, he tried to kill Sharon. It's unbelievable.
And doesn't remember it.
At all.
Half that stuff he doesn't even recall.
Exactly.
When she says that he walks in and just says, "We've decided you have to die," I mean, just talk about a moment of sheer
terror.
Panic. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, unbelievable.
Thank you too, El Hardo.
Yeah.
Got us on that too. Now,
well, here's the story that from South Africa that might keep you out of the ocean forever. It's news from other countries. If you're on TikTok, you might know the name Michelle Sky Hayward. I don't. I'm not on the platform. She's 33. former professional kite surfer, and she's turned into an influencer. She has about 35,000 followers on Instagram and about 40,000 on TikTok.
Now, if you earlier we talked about riptides and sharks. This is worse. This is worse than a riptide or even a great white shark. What happens with this woman?
One of Michelle's posts has gone super viral for what happened to her on the 9th of July. She went swimming at one of her favorite beaches off Cape Town in South Africa. She carried her phone with her, of course, during the swim, and Michelle noticed that the water, she said, a little bit browner than usual, a little bit foamier than usual, and she said, tastes saltier. She, some of it stuck to her, some of the seawater. You know, we've all seen foamy waves. If you go to the beach, sometimes there's foam blowing off the tops of the waves and then gathering on the surf. I'm never sure what that is.
Yeah.
Who knows what
Disgusting, yes.
Some of that foam stuck to her, and then Michelle got back into her car after her swim, and her husband said, looks like you got poo on you. And she goes, ha, 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 yeah. And as soon as she posted the video, people were like, you've got the poo on you.
You've got poo on you.
She said, that foam is turds. That's a line that will stick with you. That foam is turds. That's a direct quote.
Oh, God, that foam is turds.
You're swimming in sewage. People kept saying, yeah, there was a sewage leak that day or earlier in that week in that part of Cape Town, and it was unfiltered poo. There's a still image I showed Kelly before the program, Biggie.
Oh, my God.
It looks like she dipped her face in baked beans.
Why? No, they couldn't put up some signage or something. They couldn't warn everybody.
That deserves a sign.
There should be a warning.
Warning. That foam is turds.
That's all you have to say.
Turds.
Right. Her description of things. That's a little saltier than before.
Yeah, because it got in her mouth.
You know how, like, when you get a on your phone, like an Amber Alert or a flood warning or something? Do that to everybody in South Africa.
Floating turd alert.
Turd alert. That foam is turds. That's all they have to say. She's got a phone. Send it to her. God, I feel for this woman.
Well, I do too. She says she gave an interview to something called That's the Jam, which may be like a South African either radio podcast or TV show. I'm not sure which. But she said so far she's okay. She's not gotten ill. And in true ocean lover fashion, this will not shake my love for the ocean.
She'll get right back in there.
It's too deep.
She'll get right back in there. It's like somebody getting bit by a shark. It's, I'm going back in. I'm going surfing again. But don't go in that ocean, or at least I'd wait a long time.
Double check. If the water's foamy and brown,
yes,
there's usually a reason.
And how long? I would wait a while before going back in that water. That's a leak. That is unfiltered sewage. That's disgusting. It's like those, but remember, they cleaned out the Seine in France.
True.
For the Olympics. And what were people saying? Don't clean it out. They pooped in that water.
Yeah, didn't they start throwing it back in on purpose as they tried to clean it out?
The locals,
Didn't it cost like $1 billion?
Yes. And they defecated in the water to say, hands off our...
Yeah, when they were trying to time it so that when the mayor jumped in.
That's right.
She'd be surrounded by floating turds.
That foam is turds.
I did see that like 2 weeks ago, they opened up the Seine for bathing. It's finally clean enough for the Parisians to swim in it.
The Olympians swam in it, and now the Parisians can swim in it. Oh, God, that is disgusting. It really is.
Yeah.
Now
here's another waste story. This is from the United States.
I can relate to this. I know that just from the tease of it.
2 women in Illinois are headed to jail after a teenager refused to take out the trash. Now, this strange story comes from a McDonald's in Belleville. Last Wednesday, the manager of the restaurant asked one of her teenage employees to take out the trash. The girl refused. I don't know why. So the manager, she's 44-year-old Kathy Bledsoe, asked the girl, all right, if you're not going to take out the trash, punch out, go on home. Your shift is over. Seems fairly standard to me.
Yes.
This is, you could call it insubordination.
I've been on both ends of this. First, as a parent, now, my daughter, she's in charge of taking out the trash.
How would you say she's doing? How would you grade her?
D. It is.
Not failing?
It's not good. D-. She, I get home from work, the trash will still be full from the night before. And it's like, and I'm going through fridge cigs right now at an alarmingly high rate. I'm having 6 or 7 a day. And that recycling, man, it just piles up. I mean, all of it.
Do you crush your cans or you just toss them in whole?
I toss them in whole. And then she'll come along. Now, the trash itself will be just so packed in, and she'll come along and put her hands on it to, crumple it down.
Do the smush down?
Do the smush down. And I'm afraid she's going to break the apparatus because it sits in a drawer, And I'm afraid she's going to break that. So I tell her, just take it out. I can't tell you how many times. So frustrating. I bag it up and take it out to the garage for her, and I'm really not supposed to do that.
How many steps is it from receptacle to final destination?
20. I'd say 20 steps.
So the garage is kind of a...
that's the medium.
All right, that's a lot. I see why she doesn't do it.
Well, she's not dealing with a knee like you're dealing with. Okay. She's not on...
She's still got those fresh knees.
Yeah. She's dealing with, I don't want to do that. And then a lot of times I'll come home and say, Sweet Pea, the garbage. She'll go, oh, all I do is work. She'll work now. She'll work 4 hours over at the swimming pool.
Get off the rope.
Yep. Off the rope.
No running.
And don't forget reapplying sunscreen.
Yeah.
Another day of saving lives. So when she comes home, you can imagine. She's just got to sit down with strawberry lemonade.
Yeah.
Take off the whistle.
Woo, take off the whistle. And so that's it. My job is done for the day.
We often have stories of heroes who don't think they're heroes. In her case, she's a hero who says, I'm a hero.
Actually, I'll go you one better. She's not a hero who says she is
a hero.
Yes. Now, I've dealt with this from the employee standpoint. When I used to work barbecue, you remember my assistant manager, Steve, and I got into a big-time fight on Christmas Eve. And everybody's ordering their shoulders. And, it's barbecue shoulder time. And we were up against it.
Who doesn't want to wake up Christmas morning and not see a shoulder under the tree?
Okay. He said, take out the garbage. I said, I will not leave my hush puppies, my French fries, and my sauce. I'm on the line. He goes, take out the garbage. I said, I will not. I shan't. And he goes, go home. And I said, I won't go home. I stood there shoulder to shoulder with him. And we were knee deep in barbecue sauce. And we didn't care. We didn't speak a word to each other. But I did that job. I wasn't going home. I told him no.
That's so insubordinate of you.
I said, I will not go home. He said, you just go home. I said,
you're
no.
double insubordinate. And now you're cowed by anyone who has authority.
Probably since then. Yeah, he's the last one I probably stood up to. Right?
Yeah. I did that one time at the old pizza place.
Mm-hmm.
I had a boss. He was real fiery.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to have pizza days at a big corporate office.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to sell these little mini pizzas, like the personal size.
How many would you have to prepare for those?
Hundreds.
Okay.
When I say, I'm talking hundreds.
Small little pizzas.
Little tiny pizzas. Because all you did was we had a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
You delivered them out to the trailer. They sold them, $2-3 a pop. Well, this place had hundreds of employees. Well, we got hit early and ran out. And he called and he fired all of us.
You just got fired.
Oh, wow.
Right there.
Yeah. He said, you guys weren't prepared. All fired. Go home. And, of course, we didn't. We stayed working.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came back, I was like, I know you fired all of us. But he's like, I know you're unfired.
Right.
He's like, he said, he's like, heat of the moment. He was fiery in the heat of the moment.
Heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was, but of course, none of us. I was like, I turned around and I said, he just fired all of us, but just keep making these pizzas.
So this woman at McDonald's says to the teen,
sends the teenage girl home. I don't know how old the girl is.
Mm-hmm.
So the young girl goes home, tells her mother what happened. So at that point, the mother, her name is Tanika McKenzie. She's 35. Tanika gets back into the car, takes the daughter with her, and they drive back to the McDonald's. There's going to be a showdown.
Yeah.
You know what's happening. It's Kathy versus Tanika.
Yeah.
So the first angry words are exchanged in the lobby. Then the Tanika, the mother, and her teenage daughter slip behind the counter and go into the office where the manager is.
Mm-hmm.
And Tanika, I think, hits Kathy upside the head, about the head and shoulders.
So
she puts hands on her.
Right, yeah.
Physical assault.
Yes.
At that point, Kathy, the McDonald's manager, reaches into her drawer or her ankle holster, I'm not sure which, removes her handgun, and shoots Tanika in the leg.
Is that justified? I mean, she was being wailed
According
on.
to the cops, no. They
Really?
arrested everybody.
Oh, they did. Even Tanika, who got shot?
Yeah, for assaulting. She started the
Yeah,
started
she's,
it, putting hands on.
I mean,
Yeah.
what do you,
What state?
Illinois.
Florida, I think you're okay. Florida, I
Yeah.
think you're back on the line making Big Macs, okay? So go ahead and drop some fries.
But
Mop
if
up
she's-
the blood.
Yeah, and make some fries.
but
yeah.
if you're, let's say you're her, you're on the ground, you're getting the S beat out of you.
Yeah.
And you reach down and grab your gun and you shoot them. You're not allowed to do that. I mean, they're beating you possibly to death.
Well, oftentimes, Kelly's right. The laws may vary from state to state.
Yeah.
If you're in fear of your life,
She's being hit.
She could argue that.
We have some now. After all this was done,
KSDK TV went to that McDonald's and talked to people through their car windows. Were you here? No. Did you see anything? No. Well, what do you think?
I just can't believe it's happened in a town like this. That's all. So it's just insanity.
That's right.
Not Belleville.
That's the most generic standard answer. It has to be one in every news story.
Everyone.
I can't believe it happened in a town like this.
I just can't believe it's happened in a town like this.
You hear him? He's devastated by this. This is Illinois. This is his state. This is his town. This is Bellevue, Illinois, and he says, "Not here, please." And
are you scared?
And this McDonald's has a lot of people inside sitting all the time.
Yeah, I'm scared. There's a lot of people. This is a McDonald's.
It is.
And it does make me scared.
A lot of arguments and things that turn into shootings could be avoided just by communication. Better communication is honestly the key.
Yes.
She speaks for all of us.
You've got to have better communication.
Makes you scared to go anywhere. Makes you scared to take kids anywhere.
Can't even take my kids to McDonald's. Tanika,
random bullets and fists
be flying
over trash duty.
It's terrible. It's just a terrible state of affairs.
So the mom is in the hospital with a gunshot wound. The manager is in jail. It'd be interesting to see how this shakes out.
Yeah, I'd like to ask our attorney Lisa Lanier about this on Friday to see. I kind of feel like you're justified if somebody's hitting you. I could be wrong though. Felix, you may know about the gun laws in Illinois. That's why you're calling. Go ahead.
Yeah, so in Illinois, there's two processes. First, you have to have what's called a FOI card, which is a firearms identification card. And then you also have to have a concealed carry permit. Now, she had an owner's card. That just gives you the right to own a gun. But to actually carry it for self-defense, you have to have a concealed carry permit.
Okay.
So that's probably where she got in trouble. She would have otherwise been justified, but because she didn't have either or both, that's probably what ended up what she ended up in hot water.
Could be.
Plus, I would imagine that McDonald's corporate will let her go because they probably don't want firearms on the premises.
Thank you very much, Felix.
I'm guessing.
You think?
I do.
We had a firearm on the premise when I worked barbecue. Now, this is small town. This is mom and pop.
You never thought it would happen here.
Not in this town.
Not in this town.
How could it possibly happen here?
I just can't believe it's happened in a town like this.
In a town like this.
Stunning. But we had a gun back in the desk. We were told if somebody came in trying to rob you,
get the gun.
Get the gun. Here's the gun.
Did you put your hands on it?
No, I was scared of it.
Never fingered it?
I was scared of it. I never fingered the gun. I had the gun pointed at me on a Halloween prank.
Did you keep a bullet in your pocket?
Always. Just in case. If I was the last line of defense, But that was the one that the assistant manager, new assistant manager, Steve moved up to manager.
Yeah, he had management written all over him.
Yeah.
Well, true. This was after the barbecue sauce Christmas Day
trash debacle.
Yes, over the shoulders. And now we have a new assistant manager, Trick. And Trick came in on Halloween night. Must have been the following Halloween, probably 10 months later. And Trick had a gun. I was mopping up. We were about closed, and he pointed the gun at me as if he had a Halloween mask on, like he was robbing the place. Scared me to death. I almost.
It's a good thing you got that mop because you peed yourself.
Yeah.
I did. I mean, I did.
You got me good, Trick. Oh man.
And what else can you say?
You should have seen my face.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm Trick. You're gonna be Trickle.
I mean,
Dick Trickle.
I probably had the gun pointed at me for like 10 or 15 seconds before all the other guys were in on it, and they all started laughing. But that's really a bad trick to play on a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
It is. Now, the gun wasn't loaded.
I love the fact that your family kept sending you back there after all these incidents.
Yeah.
Can't you get another job?
And that was his first night, correct?
That was Halloween. He had been there for, I don't know how long he had been there. That wasn't my first night. It was Halloween. It was a Halloween prank.
Oh, okay. I thought it was his first night.
No.
Weird thing for the new guy to do.
No. He had been there a while. I liked him. Trick always treated me real fair.
Who'd you sit in the cars with?
Ricky.
No.
He was on the line with me. He was on the line with me. You accused me of touching tips with him in those cars. That was not.
Well, yeah, I was going to say he had a gun too.
Not accurate.
A loaded gun.
It's when the sheriff would tap on the windows like, "Move along, boys."
Yeah, that's right. We would sit because we would just go. We couldn't afford cars, but we'd go sit in new cars on car lots.
Doesn't it smell good? Yeah.
One day
Someday.
I'm gonna have a Buick.
One day I'll have a car. The air conditioning doesn't work.
That's
The
how
heat
I
doesn't
bought-
work.
Yeah.
That's right. That's how I bought
Seats
it.
will break.
That's right.